Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Toronto Raptors versus the Portland Trail Blazers full game highlights, analysis, reaction, and review. Let's jump right into it. I was definitely interested in seeing how the ball club would play, after Dame having that big night. I'm pretty sure the team, wanted to balance out the contributions a little more so Dame wouldn't have to put up 61 or 50 or anything like that just for a chance to win. And then these starts have been plaguing us. They plagued us early, and then we kind of was doing better. Now those bad starts are rearing its ugly head again, man, and more so than not. So you're looking at, as you see, Scotty Brooks with the nice finish right there. It's 15-5 to start the game. You're looking at maybe needing to kind of move some things around in that starting lineup. Obviously missing Nurk. I mean, you miss Nurk. Just his presence, you know what I'm saying, is just kind of moving pieces around is very helpful. I mean, at the least, it's more than that, but. And then we were definitely looking, whoa, okay, it's 30-7 though. We were definitely looking to see how Jeremy Grant was going to play this game. After the talks about his contract, him not, I thought he signed it, but he didn't sign his contract extension. I don't know if he's going to play the market or what. Hopefully he doesn't end up like Dennis Schroeder. But we were looking to see how the team was going to play, in response to Dame's big night. And you can see the slow start. Thinking about maybe moving on some things, as you see Shaedon Sharpe with the nice read right there. The young fella is definitely learning and getting better on the defensive end. It's happened in the past few games. He's getting more confident, understanding the speed that he needs to play in this league. Gary Payton right here knocking down the open three. I'm looking forward to, speaking of Gary Payton, I'm looking forward to him, when he's fully ready, no minutes restrictions, things like that, because this team needs, we need better balance, you know what I'm saying, especially defensively and energy-wise. You see Nasir Little hit the three. And I think Gary Payton starting in the backcourt with Damian would be beneficial, especially if he's going to hit that shot consistently. I mean, there's multiple things you can do. You know what I'm saying? We got a good look at Nasir starting this game with Josh being out as well, and then Justice still out. So we got a good look and see what Nasir can do in that starting lineup. I know he started before, but Scotty Barnes. I think I said Scotty Brooks before. That's the assistant coach. But Scotty Barnes, okay. That was a nice finish. But I mean, you could even have Nasir start that three with Jeremy at the 4, and you can move Josh to the 2. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. I know we've been hearing about Josh and Nurk being available for trade talks. I mean, putting them out there to see what we can get. I mean, maybe, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Nice looking finish right there as the team. This third quarter was a very good third quarter for to get back in the game after that not good first half, that terrible first quarter, and then the not good enough second quarter. This third quarter was good. The energy defensively, and it all came on defense. That's a very good example right there. Even though Fred made that three, you see the communication and the action defensively on that screen was much better. My gosh, it was some stuff going on in that second quarter. It looked like Jeremy Grant didn't have a clue what the heck was going on defense. He was just out there, as we see Dame with the nice catch and finish right there. He was just out there running around, almost like in a boxing one situation where everybody is in their assignments, and then he's just running around kind of doing whatever, you know what I'm saying? Which you know, that free safety type, you know, it works for some teams sometimes, but I don't know if that's what the game plan was. It just looked like he didn't know what the heck he was doing. He didn't know what he was doing on the screen action. It was bad. 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 We got to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? As far as knowing what we're doing, if we're fighting over, if we're communicating the switch. Now Shaedon did the same thing that Ant has been guilty of, as far as just switching without communicating. That happened in that second quarter, I believe, as well, where Shaedon just switched to Ant's man. Ant didn't know what was going on. He just had to look around and find who the man was Shaedon just switched off of. And of course, the Raptors scored easily. Little things like that. We don't do a good enough job at all communicating those types of things on defense, as far as fighting over, you know what I'm saying, staying on yours as much as you can, and switching and when it's necessary. As you see Ant, and that was a nice move to see at the finish of the third, because I've been skeptical lately on Ant's secondary and third moves, you know, like his counter moves. I haven't seen a lot of them. You know, he is usually, you know, just dribble pull-ups, or I'm just getting to the basket, or I'm just going to shoot. When the defense bodies him and stops him from going, he just picks up the ball and passes. So I've been really wanting to see lately, you know, if Ant, you know, see Ant get into his bag and use some of them counter moves that we see, you know, guys using all the time. We see Dame he uses his counter, as we see Fred just use a nice counter right there against the defense and penetrate in. It wasn't going to stop him, you know. Just little things like that is why I say Ant. I don't know if Ant's ready to be that two guard that you need at that starting position yet. Now, he definitely, you know, most likely will be at some point in time, but I would have Ant as my sixth man, straight up, man, and bring some balance to that bench. Let Gary Payton, or I'd figure out another starting lineup now. At first I was saying, you know, let Ant be the sixth man when we get, you know, another player, another good player or whatever. But no, I would try it out now. Especially coming after the All-Star break, you know, see if we can spread some of that energy and that scoring around, so that we don't have to have pressure on Shaedon to be the scorer coming off the bench. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Nasir has done a good job also, but we need more. You know what I'm saying? So, and then we need more defense, obviously, to start the games and to start the second half. You know, because remember, a couple games ago, it was the third quarter that was terrible, right? So this game, the third quarter was good. We just dug a hole and that we couldn't climb out of. As far as, I mean, we almost got out of it, but then we got out of our disciplines again, you know. And that's what's going to happen as you learn. We're definitely learning. It's still a part of the process, guys. Remember, it's a marathon full of sprints, and we've seen what we had a sprint early in the season. We might have had a small sprint recently, you know, and then of course Dame has been sprinting. You know what I'm saying? Dame has been has been setting world records on that sprint. You know what I'm saying? He's doing great. And guys are starting to figure out. I mean, well, guys see that they need to figure out how to keep up. Jeremy Grant, who I thought in that third quarter did a very good job. And even as bad as the second quarter was, there was one defensive possession where he blocked 2 shots. I was wondering why I don't see Jeremy Grant playing with that sort of effort every game. He doesn't have to block 2 shots every game, but the effort that he played in playing defense for that possession when he got those 2 blocks, I mean, goodness gracious. The guy, he has tremendous length at his position, and you can even move him to the 3, and he'd be effective. We want to see him use him more on defense, man. You know what I'm saying? He did a better job. I actually saw him attacking the rebounds. You know, going to the boards, knowing that Nurk wasn't there. I mean, obviously, you know, that's a big void you got to fill as far as those rebounds. So, and then I thought Shaden played some really good defense. You know, I thought he put his headband on, had his braids in, and got on his Josh Hart impression, and he played some good defense, man. And if he can do that, then and he's going to get stronger and get more mature, body wise and mental wise as well. Man, that kid has the potential to be really, really good, especially at that 2 position, that wing position, that 2-3, that shooting guard, small forward position. You know, I know they really don't do positions like that, but he definitely can start, is what I mean. With his height and length and athleticism on both ends of the floor, utilized properly. And then the way he plays, he should be able to start. And then you bring Ant off that bench. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, not now. I'm just saying in the future. You know, or I mean, you never know. They might be looking at Shaden as being a 6-man type of guy, but I think he can be more than that. You know, we'll see. We'll see though. You know, it's all process. You know what I'm saying? It's guys are still figuring out what it is that the coaching staff wants and how they want it. As you can see, some of the confusions with not knowing if, you know, especially if you're guarding a guy out of position anyway, and then the switch happens, or the screen happens. Jeremy Grant was really confused. and some of the guys have been confused. But again, you just play basketball, you know. But instruction is key. You know, it's not always, as a coach, one thing we know and one thing we always remember is it's not always what we know. It's how we get you to know what you need to know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can know everything. You know what I'm saying? But how is that going to help you? You know, I have to get you to know some of these things too. And I have to figure out how to do that. You know, so it's about getting you to know what you need to know. You know what I'm saying? What you need to know might not be the same thing what one of your teammates needs to know or another player needs to know. You know what I'm saying? At least at this time. I'm sure later on, you know what I'm saying, those things will cross. You know, those things will overlap. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, things like that as a coach, man. And you just got to make sure you relay those things, you know what I'm saying, the best way you can. And have a good staff that can help you along with that. You know what I'm saying? So I look forward to seeing, you know, how the team progresses for the rest of this season as we get closer to this All-Star break. But thank you guys for joining me. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on the next one. All right.